Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and today it is finally time for some more Gunpla news. I am sort of back now. Still don't have a permanent recording set up, but I've just got what I can put together here so I can record something. And since it's been almost a month since the last time I did a proper Gunpla news episode, or at least it feels like it's been that long. And there's been a lot of stuff since then. I mean a lot of new stuff since then. I got a lot to go over here, so I'm going to just go straight into it without any more introduction. High-grade Rebake Full City got released. Really cool looking design. I like the design of this kit a lot. The box art looks really good, as usual with IBO. And like I said, I noticed I've been talking about how much I like the design, but not how much I like the kit, because there are way too many stickers on this kit, as you can unfortunately see right here. And also there was a bit of a, from what I understand, there was a printing error in the manual where they told you to use the wrong cheek component for the head, and they basically swapped the left cheek side component for the sort of sensor active head and the normal head. So I think like later production runs of it, they're going to update the manual so it has the correct part number there. But I think if you have one from the first release, kind of first production run, you might want to check the manual and make sure that it has the correct piece listed there. I'll throw a picture up on the screen right about now of the manual, the comparison between the updated and old manual, so you can tell which one yours is. And also we have the 100 Full Mechanic Lupus. Of course, we got box art for it now because it is coming out very soon, and we have some new images of it. I am liking this a lot. I really like how it looks, as with most of the 100 IBO kits. I just really wish they gave those two little hand clubs, because I kind of like those, and it's a shame the 100 doesn't have those. And then also there's the 100 Vidar. We got new pictures of it here. It's looking pretty cool. I love the detail in this one. I like that the kind of back thruster things aren't hollowed out on the inside like they are on the high grade. And speaking of the high grade, we do have a new picture of the high grade, and what's cool about this one is we now have colors for it, because as we kind of saw a little bit in the show already, the Gundam Vidar is kind of a light blue, and I think it looks okay. I kind of wish it was like a darker kind of navy blue, just because the light blue I feel doesn't quite fit the design right, but it is very obviously a fully hand-painted prototype, so it's entirely possible that, like with the Transient Gundam Glacier, the colors will probably change later on. At least I hope they will. Then we have some more pictures of the IO Shiden, the Option Set 7, which is basically just guns for the Lupus and Region Lays, the Luna Gazer, which still looks kind of crappy, the Ground GM, which I still really want, and the BB Senshi Lupus DX set. Nothing really new to show with those, but there are more pictures of them, so if you want to go back and pause on any of those, feel free to. Then we have official images of the Master Grade Gym Sniper 2. This is one that a lot of people are really looking forward to. I'm certainly excited to see something War in the Pocket finally come back in the Gunpla line, even if it's just another Gym Sniper 2, because apparently Bandai's obsessed with that mobile suit, because it's the only thing from War in the Pocket they made in the last 10 years. But actually, no, I guess not that long, but in the last like 5 years, I think that's really all they've done is a high-grade, Master Grade, and Robot Damashi of the Gym Sniper 2. So somebody at Bandai really likes that mobile suit. We also got new pictures of the high-grade Cosmic Era Strike Freedom Revive. Looking pretty cool. We do have images of all the weapons it's going to come with now. It looks like the Dragoons are going to be removable, which is pretty awesome. Although I kind of want to see what the wings look like without the Dragoons attached. I'm kind of thinking that it would be really cool if they do have gold plastic underneath there, but it's probably just going to be black, so that will unfortunately require painting. And since the Dragoons kind of clip over the wings, that's probably going to rub the gold paint off if you try to attach and reattach them, so not really sure how you could work around that, but I don't know, I'm sure there's plenty of customizers out there that could figure out a good way around that. Then there's the Real Grade Build Strike. A lot of really cool new images for this one. These look to be all of pretty much a final like snap-built kit, or at least just snap-built and panel-lined. Looks really cool. I love the look of it. I've kind of gotten over the shoulder proportions at this point, so I have to say I'll most likely be picking this up. Maybe not in release, but definitely at some point, because I do like the look of the design quite a lot. Then the Re 100 Bawu. This is a kit that we got some really cool images of it now. It's looking really nice, really detailed. I was kind of not that interested in this at first because I wanted to get the high grade since it looked really cool for its age. And right now, if you've seen my last video, I think, yeah, last video or the video before that, I unboxed the Premium Bandai 1/44th Rebawu, which basically uses the high-grade Bawu as a base. And having started building that and having gotten a good way through it, I'm kind of wanting a 1/100 now because that high grade is not that great. So I'm going to go into more detail on that in the Rebawu video. But for now, I'm just going to say that I will be more likely than before going to be picking up a Re 100 Bawu just because I don't think I'll be getting the normal high grade. And then the Astaroth Gundam Ace weapon set with like the gun and the kind of hammery fisty things got released. Got kind of a box image of it. It's not really much of a box. It's kind of just a thing to hold the parts. But, you know, if you want to see that, there it is. Also, the high-grade waterproof Gundam release, that's that premium Bandai retool of the Gundam local type. The box art actually looks like it's calling it something else, not waterproof. Not really sure why they did that. I'm actually not sure which is the canonical name, but I don't know. It looks surprisingly good since there's actually no stickers on this build you're looking at right now. It does have quite a few stickers, but even without them, it looks pretty good, which is surprising since premium Bandai kits that are retooled this heavily tend to be really kind of lacking in the part separation. So glad to see this one turned out pretty nicely. And then, of course, we also got the Master Grade Heavy Arms Kai. That came out around the same time as the waterproof. Box art, you know, it's box art. It's kind of, I think it's a new artwork, but it is, of course, monochrome, so it doesn't look that impressive. Probably actually just a Photoshop picture of the kit. We do have pictures of it, of course, in-hand review images all snapped together, and it does look way too good for a premium Bandai kit, although it does have the usual premium Bandai pitfalls, and as a result, the entire clown mask is just kind of a sticker over a single part, which kind of sucks, but again, P Bandai, you gotta expect some level of cost cutting. Then the high-grade Universal Century Zeta Plus C1. We already saw a few images of this quite a while back, but they're kind of following it up with some more kind of front and back images of it. Still looks alright. I'm personally much more of a fan of the Unicorn version that they already released as a standard release high-grade, so I have, like, negative interest in this kit, but, you know, if you want one, it's kind of cool, I guess. It's got the cool gun. Then the high-grade Cosmic Era Sword Impulse. We got images of the full kind of weapon spread for it now. It looks like the included Freedom torso for the kind of ramming the sword through the Freedom mode is going to be unpainted, so you're going to have to do a lot of painting on that to make it look right with your Freedom. And unless you're really good at color matching, you're probably going to have to repaint your entire Freedom to match the torso, because otherwise you're just going to have a torso that does not look like it's part of the same kit. But, oh well. On to the new premium Bandai kit. First up is the Gun Cannon Mobility Test Type, or Maneuvering Test Type, or Flight Test Type, or something like that. Basically, it's a prototype gun cannon. It's in yellow. It's got the double shoulder cannons like the traditional gun cannon, but it is the gun cannon early type mold from the Gundam The Origin line. It is bright yellow, and it has an alternate head with a V-fin because why not? I'm guessing maybe they're trying to like find some way to justify in universe the V-fin, like maybe it's a indication of a prototype mobile suit or something. I'm not really sure if they're like trying to work that into the canon of the Origin manga, since I haven't actually read the manga, but if anyone can shed light on that, please feel free to do so in the comments. Then there's another set of premium Bandai kits. This is actually a 2-pack from Iron-Blooded Orphans. If you've seen the few most recent episodes of Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2, you'll know that there is not one Hugo, but 3 Hugos that are used by the pirate group whose name escapes me at the moment, and I'll probably throw it up in text form somewhere around here. But basically, there's an orange one, or a yellow one. I can't remember exactly which colors there are, but again, the picture's right here. The one in the middle is the sort of stock standard retail release one, and then the 2 on the sides are going to be released in a premium Bandai 2-pack for around 3,000 yen, and they're going to come with what looks like the option set 6, I believe, was the one that was like the first one for Season 2, so you will get the swords and guns and stuff for the Hugo, and it is a pretty reasonable premium Bandai kit, I think, since the Hugo didn't exactly last particularly long, and we're probably not going to see much more of it, so it makes sense to release, you know, the 2 other variants of it as kind of a premium Bandai set, since most people who will want one will probably want both, so they can have the full team. And then, we're just getting started, because that was the old stuff, the stuff we kind of already knew about, a little bit of new stuff mixed in. There are a lot of new Gunpla Expo exclusives that got announced over the last couple weeks, so I'm just going to try to get through as many of these as I can. We have clear color versions of the Thunderbolt Zaku 2, High-Grade Revive RX-78, High-Grade Revive Gundam Mark II, High-Grade Barbatos Form 6, Real-Grade Exia Trans Am version, and Super Deformed Kurenai Musha Amazing from Gundam Build Fighters. Not going to stop and talk about any of these because we're way over time right now, but I'm just going to say that I really like that Thunderbolt Zaku 2, and I want one of those the most out of this whole set that I just showed you. Then we're getting a plated version of the High-Grade Phoenix, this time in Unicorn mode. We've already gotten the plated Destroy mode in that 2-pack with the Unicorn Phoenix Unit 2. The sort of silver one with the kind of, I think it was a red inner frame, I believe, or was it orange? I don't exactly remember, but the 2-pack that is kind of a limited edition Gundam Front Tokyo thing. We're finally getting a Unicorn mode for the High-Grade Phoenix as a Gunpla Expo kit, and of course it is plated, so it looks all proper and Phoenixy. We're also getting these kind of dark high grades of the Grey's Eynes and the Barbatos Form 6. They're like kind of what looks like a sort of glossy gunmetal plastic, which is an interesting look, and I don't think they've done exclusive kits like this before. I think this is kind of a new thing they're trying out. And I have to say, it looks really good on the Grey's Eynes, and looks all right on the Barbatos, too. Then we have a plated frame and gloss armor version of the Real Grade Red frame, which is kind of similar to that blue frame exclusive they announced, what was it, maybe a month ago, I think. And then the High-Grade Universal Century Destroy Mode exclusive version 10,468, which has a green frame. It's kind of got semi-translucent glossy armor, so it looks like the NTD system's active, and it comes with a head display stand. Because, we totally needed another exclusive unicorn. That was absolutely necessary. And then there's some 7-Eleven exclusives that I actually even forgot to put on the outline right here, so I'm just going to ad-lib my way through this. But 7-Eleven exclusives. There have always been 7-Eleven Gunpla exclusives, at least for a good 5 or 10 years now. They've done stuff like the high-grade New Gundam. They did the Bear Guy, stuff like that. Just little kits in the rather gaudy white and blue of 7-Eleven, sometimes in pink as well, in the Bear Guy's case. They did some balls, stuff like that, just little things. And they've decided to upgrade their roaster a bit to perfect grades. Yeah. You will soon be able to buy perfect grade Gunpla at freaking 7-Eleven in Japan. I get 7-Eleven is like a way bigger thing in Japan than it is here, and they have like a full supermarket in there with all sorts of snack foods and stuff, but perfect grades? Really? That seems a little bit overkill. But they are doing a 7-Eleven perfect grade ASTRAY. This is a kind of pseudo green frame, and that's not really the canonical green frame because it's not quite the right color green and doesn't come with that beam lance javelin thing. But it is technically a green framed ASTRAY, so I'm counting it because it's cool to see another variant of the perfect grade ASTRAY since we've really only seen a couple of those so far. And it's the ASTRAY, so it is the absolute king of variant kits. And it's looking pretty cool. Then there's the green frame Unicorn Gundam, which might actually end up being cheaper than the Final Battle version Premium Bandai kit, but of course with this one you're not getting the 3 shields, you're just getting 1, and the green is not quite the right color, but still, if you're on a budget, if you live in Japan, you might actually be able to get this for cheaper than the Premium Bandai one, so that's a good thing to keep in mind. They're also doing a couple of really tacky, quote-unquote gold versions of the Barbatos and the Freedom Gundam Revive. They look absolutely hideous, so I'm not going to dwell on them anymore. And they're doing what I think is going to be a 2-pack of petite guys in these 7-Eleven colors, and those are looking very cute and are more difficult to obtain bear guys to add to the ever-growing bear guy roster. So now finally, I think that's the end of the video. God, I hope it's the end of the video. I'm like 15 minutes in now on the raw recording. So I'm just going to say now, thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with the short wait that Gunpla News was on. Hopefully there won't be another long wait like this for quite a while, because I'm going to try to keep these coming out a little more regularly now. I've got some more stuff in the pipeline too as far as reviews and tutorials and stuff go, so those will be coming out soon, hopefully. And if you like this video, leave a like. If you're new here, subscribe. I do Gunpla News, I do Gunpla Reviews, all sorts of Gundam and Gunpla stuff. Really fun. I have a podcast over on my friend Dan the Plastic Man's channel called MS Report. There'll be a link to it down in the description. Go check it out. We talk about stuff. We've just recorded a new episode with a special guest host that will be up fairly soon, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on that, since that was a really fun episode to record, and I think it'll be a really fun episode to listen to as well. So anyway, I'm your host, Second Soundwave. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.